Ever since the Noto Ishikawa earthquake occurred on New Year's Day 2024, we have often heard the term active fault. According to experts, there are two types: subduction zone earthquakes, where a plate on the ocean floor slides beneath the land crust, and active fault earthquakes, which occur on land. I'm just an ordinary person with no technical knowledge, but I'm learning from Creative Society forums to know what is the real cause of the recent increase in the number of terrible earthquakes and natural disasters. So this time, I would like to summarize the research result about active faults from the volunteer scientists of the Creative Society project based on their over 27 years of study. In general, the prevailing theory explains that subduction zone earthquake occurs when land dragged by a plate on the ocean floor bounces back, while active fault earthquakes are observed at shallow depths due to the displacement of faults. The theory explains that faults shift because plates subduct and pressure is applied to the strata. The types of fault shifts are determined depending on the direction of the pressure. However, Creative Society points out that this theory has some geological structural flaws. For instance, the density of the submarine plate, which is one of the Earth's crust, is approximately 2.8 to 3.2 grams per cubic centimeter, while the underlying mantle has a density of 3.6 to 4.6 grams. The mantle is relatively flexible but is denser than the Earth's crust. If we were to compare the Earth's crust to a cracker, the mantle beneath it would be like hard plastic clay. Even if the cracker presses the clay, the cracker will crumble. If the submarine plate is subducting into the mantle, how can this be explained? Creative Society explains that the submarine plate and the land plate are not separate, but the submarine plate is just thinner than the land plate. So why do earthquakes occur? A question arises. In reality, fault sliding and earthquakes near ocean trenches such as the Nankai Trough are all caused by magma rising from within the earth. The reason why large earthquakes have started to occur more frequently in recent years is because the rise of magma has become more noticeable. Then the next question will be, why is the rise of magma increasing? This was explained in a previous video. Emission from space affects each planet in our solar system every 12,000 years. And it is probably the same cycle in which our solar system enters the photon belt, while Creative Society has not stated about it. When it comes to the explanation as such, some may resist accepting it as the story jumps from earthquakes, but this has already been scientifically proven, such as through examining geological formations and ice core samples. So what exactly is going on every 12,000 years? Due to the influence from space, the inner core of the Earth is warmed, then the outer core is heated. Magma penetrates the mantle like a column, and when it reaches near the crust, it cools down and descends. It eventually collides with another magma rising from below. Then a cavitation explosion is induced and triggers a deep focus earthquake. The magma further rises and expands tangentially near the surface. This results in earthquake swarms and has been measured as active faults. The theory of plate tectonics was born just because the place where earthquakes are measured happen to be in the areas where submarine plates are said to subduct, such as the Nankai Trough. However, as mentioned earlier, there are some unexplainable aspects in this theory, and the causes have not been explored in depth, so we need to look at it from a broader perspective. In other words, the rise of magma causes not only earthquakes but also global warming, and anomalies in the inner core affect the geomagnetic field, causing abnormal weather and all kinds of natural disasters. Without this knowledge, you may be left wondering why so many severe floods, hurricanes, droughts, rapid temperature changes, earthquakes, tsunamis, wildfires, etc. are occurring all over the world, and what to do next. The year 2024 began with the turbulent event on New Year's Day with a major disaster. I believe this was a wake-up call not only for Japan but for all humanity. As explained in a previous video, in accordance with the Earth ascension, we are about to join a new world, new society, new civilization in the universe. The old system must be destroyed in order to build a new one. If humanity wakes up and unites to build a new society, a creative society from the material-centered, money and power-centered consumption society of the past, we will be able to alleviate the accelerating catastrophe and stop the extinction of humanity. There is no time left. From around the end of 2024, this influence from the universe is expected to accelerate by orders of magnitude. Then the rise of magma also accelerates, and by the time the mantle is completely filled with magma, deep focus earthquakes will no longer occur. That means that the Earth is in a terminal stage. The most probable devastating event would be at the Mariana Trench. When rising hot magma meets seawater, a catastrophic explosion will occur and triggers the water hammer, the same of which destroyed Mars about 24,000 years ago. What you can do is to know the truth and call out as many people as possible. Whoever the politicians are or whoever the president becomes, if the majority of people unite under the one project and raise their voices, the world will change. It is time for humanity to come together to tackle this planetary crisis. We are asked to take action. All starts from within each individual. It was at Palace Chair, Makapulu, Hawaii.